So this Campark action camera is definitely the best one I've owned. I've owned about 10 now in total, and this one is far superior to the others in some ways. I mean, first of all, you've got this lovely little case when you open it up. It's always nice to get a case with your pack to keep everything together. So that's a hardened case. Okay, and inside you get all the bits and pieces. I've already had a bit of a play around with them, but you've got all the accessories. You've got your connectors and more connectors and circular connectors. You've got a nice little remote control to be able to operate your camera with. You can either take photographs or a video with that. More clips, connectors, base plates, that's your handlebar attachment. Even more in here, you've got your charging cable, some straps, Velcro straps, some tabs or some plastic connectors. You've got a metal connector, cloth, some sticky pads, and it goes on, another connector, strap, and a good set of instructions. And like many instructions, I find that they're pretty good covering all the basics, but they're not that great at going through all the settings and what they mean. This is telling you how to format your cards and stuff like that, and how to use the touch screen. This is the first one I've ever used that has a touch screen. Okay, you'll have to just familiarise yourself with a lot of the settings that you find here on the special features, but they are fairly straightforward and you can Google them and find all the information. Okay, that just leaves the camera itself. Comes in this nice little case. I've already taken all the plastic covers off for it, but you've got manual control on the outside. Obviously if it's a touch screen, which it is, you can't touch the screen when it's underwater in the case, so you've got your usual selection of controls, your on off, your mode select, your OK, your up and down, and sometimes that one controls Wi-Fi, but I'm not sure with this camera. Okay, so that's the case. You just pop that off with that one there, open it up. He says because of the silica gel seal, it creates a bit of a vacuum when you open it up, so you've got to be careful. So there's the camera. This is the first camera I've had with a visual display unit on the front that tells you some information. Nice lens. There's your mode button. I've already put a micro SD card in, as you can see there. You've got your HD out and your charging port. There's your screen, which is touch sensitive. Your up and down, microphone, and your OK button or your record button. So if we start off by turning it on, we can have a look at some of the settings. So it goes straight into record mode. When you turn it on, it's going to tell you it's doing in 4K at the moment. You can press to record, it tells you how much storage space you've got, and you can play anything you've got recorded. There's nothing there recorded. I've not used the buttons to do this. I've played around with it with the settings. So if I come out of that, each screen, so if you go through the different modes, like that's video mode, then you can go to still photo mode, motion detection, car mode, video time lapse, slow record, photo lapse, burst mode, and underwater. So each one of these, if you go into them, you have the setting button at the bottom there, which you can then go into the settings for it. And for example, the video one is going to take you through image size, where you've got 20 megapixels down to VGA, which is good, and then you can also change your language, date and time, format the card. You should always format the card when you put a new one in. That's it, formatted. Okay, you've got TV modes, auto power off, keypad tone, so that's when you touch them, does it make a noise? I don't like that. Voice prompt for things like Siri, screensavers, the frequency, that's lights frequencies. If you're doing it in the USA, you should set it to 60. UK is 50. They normally have sometimes they have an auto mode on these, but this one doesn't seem to. Rotate the screen. There's your Wi-Fi selection, the SSID and the password. Power on mode, what does it automatically go into? It sets to video normally. Is there? You can change what you want it to boot up to every time you turn it on. That's something I haven't had in other cameras either. You can revert to default settings, and you can work out what version it is, and you can also potentially do a firmware update from that. Okay, and if we say OK to that, come out of that. So that was the settings for that. Sorry, that's the setting now for the video, because we're in video mode. No, we're not. I'm sorry. Cancel that. We're actually still in photo mode, as it says up there. So I can press the down button there, I think, and go into video mode. Takes a little bit of getting used to, because I've only ever used the buttons on the side and front, and of course you can still use the buttons around the outside, because you're going to need to do that if it's in the waterproof case. But now I'm in the video mode, and press on that again, so you can change your resolution. You've got 4K, 2K, Full HD, all the way down to the VGA as well. Loop recording if you want to use it in a car, and use it like that as a dash cam. Field of view, you can change your field of view for a shallower angle if you want, not such a wide angle. Low light mode, I just leave it as default to be on. WDR, I think that's your high HDR, it's better image in lower light. Gyro sensor, so that would be if you're using it in a car as a dash cam. When it starts moving, it's going to detect that. Audio should be just on or off. Timestamp if you want a timestamp. Change the sharpness of the image, fine, strong, normal, that sort of thing. Change the white balance if you're in a cloudy day, or in fluorescent or tungsten lamps, or incandescent as some people call them. Okay, you can choose what it is. Color, obviously normal, black and white. You can even have retro, warm, cool. These are all new features I've not seen on any other camera. EV is the exposure compensation, if it's dark or light. I'll go back from that. Distortion correction, I assume that's to try and prevent the barreling you get from wide angle lenses. I just left that on. Okay, so that's all your settings for your video. Now if I go back down here, you can do the same thing for your motion detection, and then go into your settings there and change all that, but that's going to be very simple. See, it's got an M next to it up the top there, but it'll be the same as the video recordings. Let's go through car mode. I've not had a look at that. Car mode settings is going to give you what's relevant to that. So resolution, loop recording, field of view, light, pretty much all the same settings as you get in movie mode, because they're all using movies. I don't know if there's anything different. Video time lapse, slow record. Not sure what the setting for slow record is. Well, that's just -2 times, so that's slow motion. And you can change how slow you want it to go. Okay, as you see. What else do we have? You've got your photo lapse, burst mode, and underwater. Not sure what underwater settings will be. Okay, it's obviously going to. Okay, it's going to be similar to the normal settings, but it's just going to have a different kind of light. So you can see how lovely and sensitive the touch screen is. That's for sure. Go back to my videos. And you should be able to use all the settings as well. So if I just press the front button now, that takes me into the menu system. You can then use the up and down to go through whatever you want to use, and then the OK on top. Yeah, should be able to just go like that, and that's fine. So that's it. It's a really nice little camera, a lovely little touch screen. That's to play your recordings, all the usual stuff. And there on the front you've got some details as well. TF card, battery state, recording time capable. Yeah, I'm not done playback because I've not used it yet. Nothing to start. I'll go and take some photographs with it, and I'll also go and take a little bit of video with it. But it's far surpassed my expectations, this one. Very happy with it. I'm just taking a little video inside just to show you what it's like in pretty poor quality light. Okay, I've got some real shoddy lighting up there in an old office. It's being knocked down soon, and that gives you some idea of what the quality is like.